and then bring you back.
Okay.
Well, I thought I was. It's not. Okay, here we go. Hey everybody, how are you doing? Great Monday evening to you. It's your girl Kat. Thank you so much for joining chat with Kat and friends on today. Wow, it has been a day, and Mondays always are, especially look, I'm finding, especially with me getting ready for the show. Let me see, can I do okay? There we go. We're gonna stay just like we are. Um it's great to see all of you with us on tonight. People will be bouncing in and bouncing out and all of those things. I'm so grateful and appreciative for your viewership, for your subscription. Subscribe to Chat with Kat and Friends. I thank you so very much in advance. And thank you if you have already subscribed. It is much appreciated. Please share the videos and any of the information that or the content that is stored on Chat with Kat with Friends page. Anything that you feel would be useful to someone else, please share it. And please let me know too if you have suggestions of people who you would like to see on the show. Send that in as well. If you have suggestions for topics you want, to discuss or talk about, that involve wellness and improvement, mental health, and things of that nature, positivity. That's what it's all about, right? Chat with Cat with friends and friends. It's all about uplifting, empowerment, and empowering, giving you the tools that you need, and us just encouraging and supporting one another in every possible way that we can. Everybody doesn't have the finances, but I can be there. I can be there physically. Everybody can't be there physically. So you know what? I can show my support financially. I can pray for you. I'm far away. There are these different ways that we can support, cheer one another on, and all those things in the strengths that we have with what we have in our own hands, right? And I'm so thankful and gracious to God for that, and so thankful for your life on tonight. What was it? It was a long weekend for me. How are you guys doing? How was your weekend? Happy birthday to all of the August 16th birthdays, all of the August 16th birthdays, the 15th birthdays, and so on and so forth. My mom and love's birthday was Friday. We had an awesome day, an awesome time celebrating with her. We went to go and see Respect, which was so good. Oh my gosh, Jennifer Hudson tore it up. So if you haven't seen it, it is a must see. You must go and see it. It was very sentimental. It was very sentimental. Look, maybe it was just sentimental to me. I really loved it. I loved they did, sort of a tribute. I mean, the movie is a tribute in itself, but they did a tribute, of the facts of Aretha Franklin's life, and the things that she's done, milestone by milestone, some things. And it was just touching. It touched me in a very special and heartfelt way. And it may do you the same. It may not, but it was very heartfelt to me. I was all gushing at the end and teary eyed. It don't. Well, I won't say it doesn't take a lot for me, but I'm an emotional person. And I'm good with that. I'm good with that. That used to be something that gets on my nerves, but I'm good with that because it is very helpful and gives hope, and it's assurance to people. It is a positive thing. It used to feel negative to me, but God has shown me the positivity in that. And I have also grown in it as well. Once again, I appreciate you here with us. I'm going to bring on our guest, Collins will be joining us on tonight. She's talking to us about her styles and creations. I'm telling you, you have skills and you have talent. It's not just me, it's not just her, and the plethora of people that I've had on the show here. Since February. This is the seventh month installment. Have I said that already? I know I have. I'm just saying it again. But and I'm so proud and I'm so happy and just overjoyed right now for that, for the opportunity to sit with you, to share with you, to like highlight and showcase many of the amazing people that are right in our neighborhoods, right in our community statehood, because they could be in PA or North Carolina, Virginia, and everywhere. It's be more and beyond. So if you have referrals, please send them in to me. I am still in the midst of contacting people, and I thank you so much for all of the names and numbers and information that I have received so far. Now we were able to hear one another before we began, before we went live. So prayerfully, all is still well on the sound part. I'm hoping so, and if not, please chime in and let me know. We'll try to do some things to remedy that situation. But as we go now, I'm going to go ahead and welcome Avarne in. I'm going to hold off for nope, she's ready. I'm going to welcome her in and thank her for joining us on tonight. And I have my laptop and my phone here. I'm just going to go back to the basics and we're going to keep it that way. Um, Let me bring her in without further ado. Awesome.
Hi guys.
Hey, lady, how are
Hello.
you? Thank you
I'm
so much for
great.
joining us. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's so
Sure.
wonderful.
I'm glad to
And
be
happy.
on the show. Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for joining. There's a small delay, and I do apologize. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I can't control everything, guys. But there is a small delay, and I am apologetic. Apologetic. That's what I am for that. Now you just had a celebration, and you're probably still celebrating. Tell us about it, girl.
So yes, so on Friday, August the 13th, yes, Friday the 13th, I celebrated my 52nd birthday and
Yes.
I have been partying since Thursday. Well, celebrating, should I say, since last Thursday until last night. So I am exhausted. But I'm happy to be on this live joining you guys to tell you about my business.
I am so look, I'm so happy and appreciative. And you know what? Let me do my other shout out for my baby cousin Mia. Her birthday was on Friday, the 13th as well. So many birthdays in this month of August, and I might just be partial to it because mine is at the end of this month, and it just seems like everybody's birthday is this month, these last few days. But happy birthday to you. Oh my gosh. And you're still celebrating. And I'm gonna pray that
I'm
everybody just
done.
keeps you're done.
I'm done. It's time to get back to business.
Okay. Enough is enough. Party time has
Yes.
ended. Well, you know what? I pray that your friends and family continue just showering you with birthday goodies, hugs, and love. As the year goes on, as the years go on. So Arvonne, tell us about your business. What is it that you do?
So I came up with this ideal of Arvonne Styles and Creation maybe about 5 years ago. What happened, my employees would have birthdays, they would be retiring and things of that nature. So I started doing like their retirement parties, their birthday celebrations, and then I had one employee who was getting married, and she said, "I want you to do my wedding." I said, "Oh, that's a big deal. So I
Right.
didn't think I could pull it off, and I did her wedding. It was fabulous. It was beautiful. Everybody loved it. So then I said, "Hey, I'm going to start doing event planning." So I started
Absolutely.
purchasing a lot of items and just started doing birthday celebrations, weddings, baby showers, anything that somebody calls me for, I am there. I also create centerpieces. I also create anything, array of flowers, bouquets of
Wow.
um, favors, anything that anybody wants me to do. I'm gifted. I can create anything. So
That's
that's how
right.
I got started about
Say
5 years ago. So I enjoy making people exclusive dreams come true. So I'm here to serve. any event, and no event is too big, I will get my staff together and we will make it work.
That's right. Knock it out, girl, and speak that. I can create anything.
Anything.
That is the kind of like the gusto and the force that we need within us every single day. Every single
Yes.
day. That's a fearlessness that you have, and I love that. I talk about being fearless, especially on Friday, but I talk about being fearless all the time. And I shared a couple Fridays back how I just prayed that God would help me to be fearless every single day, and I'm telling you, he's giving it to me. And all you have to do is like start a little bit. And
Yes.
he just
Yes.
lets it rip, right? He just lets it go and allows you
He
to
lets it go and give you the power
create.
that you need to do what has to be done. And so
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer of that. So then the next thing I know, I started seeing all these pop-up shops all over Baltimore,
Hmm.
and I'm like, let me see what that's about. So
Right.
then I started looking around and I said, okay, so here's pop-up shops. I'm going to start getting black owned businesses to
Hmm.
come out and show, what type of business they have, and we'll do it every 2 weeks so that the community come out and shop with black owned businesses at
Right.
reasonable prices. And so I've gotten several responses from a lot of people. I post on Facebook, Instagram, and word of mouth. Hey, there's a pop up shop going on Liberty Road. I'm
Hmm.
going to join that, pop up shop. And I asked for all the vendors who are coming out to participate to share their location, that they're going to be out there so we can get more shoppers to come out and support the businesses. So we've had a great turnout. We're taking a break for the month of August, so we'll be back on Liberty Road, 8520 Liberty Road at Savoy Shopping Center on September the 11th
Okay,
with
September
our
the
pop up shop. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Right. Oh, wow. That's awesome. And you know what? That's where, you guys, that is where I met Arvonne actually at one of her pop-ups. And you all were actually kind of getting ready to shut down, but we made it over there. Anthony was like, let's go and see, let's go check it out. So we went over there, looked around a little bit, bought a few items, and I pulled you up. I was like, hey sis, how are you? And I've been to several pop-up shops. I'm sure they're not unfamiliar to anybody by now. To anybody
Yes.
by now. But what an awesome thing. It's just awesome to hear the story of how you began so humbly, like, okay, I'll do a little something, it was just for celebrating people like in your immediate workspace. And it kind of grew after that, right?
Yes. Yes. I started off with maybe 8, and now I'm up to about 11 vendors that are coming out. But the one thing that grabbed me is one of the vendors said, hey, I go out to a pop-up shop. They say, hey, here's your location where you're going to be at. And that's it. They never interact with me. They never say anything. And I said, what can I do so that she doesn't have that same feeling when she come to my pop-up shop? So what I did, I created gift bags for each individual that was coming out to the pop-up shop. I put water in there, breakfast bar, gum, mints, and just
Mhm.
giving them something so that they can have while they're sitting there, and letting them know that I appreciate them coming out supporting me as well, because we're in this together. And I just
Right,
kept going and checking on them, making sure they need anything, is everything okay? And so that makes she was like, I never had this, going
right,
to, any of the pop-up shops out there. So for anybody that's out there vending, just make sure that you take care of your vendors that come out to,
right,
support you to help your
right.
business grow. Please make sure that you take care of them, check on them that they're okay,
Because it's
because
it's
they need
definitely
that.
a support. It's definitely a support, and it's
Yes.
it's a back and forth type of support. If I can just give a quick shout out, thank you guys so much. Those of you who are listening in and watching and chiming in, thank you so very much. My husband said he can create anything. That is powerful. It's powerful to stand in the truth of such a statement that you say and you believe within yourself, you can create anything. And I see it on the screen, but I don't see it. Okay. You can create anything, yes, and say it out loud. That's awesome.
Yes.
We were we were also discussing oh, like your not so much of an aha moment, but speaking on mindset. When did it click for you, like, to go ahead and just do this? And then you spoke of the couple of opportunities that you had, and it kind of sprung up something within you to make you feel like, okay, I'll give it a shot, and you just went full speed ahead, it sounds like.
Yes, I did. And so I a lot, and I'm referred by different clients, and everybody will call and say, and if I have two events in one day, I make it happen. I will do both. I have a pop-up shop and a setup for a baby shower, a birthday party, and guess what? I am going to be at both places, and I make it happen. So so because I need to make sure that clients are happy. Even if I have two events, I'm not going to turn it down. And so
Right.
this is what I love. I enjoy seeing a smile on somebody's face when they walk into their event, whether it's a surprise or they know about it, that they say, "Oh my God, this is beautiful. Thank you,
Awesome.
thank you, thank you." and
Wow.
me hearing that from clients, it just inspires me to go out, and I do a drawing
Mhm.
before I do any event. I do a sketch. I sketch up what I'm going to create for that person, the whole setup. I sketch it out and say, this is how we're going to do it. And one of my cousins, she saw the sketch. She saw me pull out the sketch for me to set up an event because she helps me. And she said, I was amazed that you pulled out this entire sketch and said, no, this goes here, this goes there. So yes, so I enjoy doing this. And I'm a
Yeah.
full-time employee.
It sounds
And
like you do.
go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I
I'm
didn't
saying
hear you.
I can hear your love for it and the excitement and how you talk about it. I really do appreciate that. I know the listeners and the viewers do as well. Y'all clamor down her door to get in
Yes,
on
if
her
you
gifts
guys
and
need
her
anything,
talent.
I'm here.
Awesome, awesome. I'm
Yes.
sorry, but you were telling about let me digress. You were telling about how I think it was your cousin or your client mentioned about you pulling out the sketch, and how you sketch it out. Go ahead and continue with that. I'm sorry. I think I stepped in on you on that, but go ahead
So
and
yeah,
finish
so
that, please.
I sketch
Mhm.
everything out. So because I need to have that vision for when I walk in the door to see exactly how it's going to look. And so I sketch everything out so that when we all walk in there, I say, hey, everybody has to have on their uniform on what they're going to, so that everybody knows that you are a part of Arvonne Styles and Creations. And we're going in there and we're setting up, and I'm pulling out the sketch, and here's the book. Let's set this up exactly how you see it on here. If you need to come back and refer back to this sketch, that's what you need to do, because this is how we need to set this place up so
Wow.
that
And
it can
see, that's
free me up to do other things.
determination.
So,
Awesome. That's determination
yes.
and so much creativity. And I appreciate it. I said a few moments ago, I had met you when I came to the pop up. I had no idea at the time when I met you and I told you about the platform chat with Kat and friends. I had no idea of the other creative things that you had going on. So it's just wonderful. And I've gone on your page and checked out some of the the things that you do as far as putting together the centerpieces and just decking out the hall and even the outside, because we had to pivot, right, because the pandemic took
Yes.
everybody outside, and thankfully you were able to conform to that. So how many outdoor situations or party gatherings were you able to put together during this time, especially the summertime?
So the pandemic has caused us to do a lot of outside stuff. So I think I've
Mhm.
done maybe about six
Yeah.
outdoor setups.
Mhm.
And it's been, getting the tents, people getting their tents, their tables. And
I don't know. It
So like,
froze.
okay, we
Did it
blanked
freeze?
out. And
Okay, here we
so
go. We're back. Okay.
I just come out and I just go to my storage, get everything, and they tell me the colors, and I am there,
Awesome. Wow, that's
and I
wonderful.
get
It's great to
everything set
know.
up. Yes.
Yeah, it's great to know you were able to endure during the pandemic. You know, it was a learning curve for everybody, and you just take it in and keep on going. So that shows your strength, your diligence, and then your focus as well, because you were still determined on doing your best. It had nothing to do with you didn't have. It don't sound like I can't imagine that you had any moments where you were like, well, wait, well, I don't think that doesn't sound like you at all. That doesn't sound like you at all. Like you
No,
had
because like when
any.
the pandemic happened, yes, and people were, everybody was saying, hey, it is the pandemic, you shouldn't be setting up for any parties and stuff. I said, I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to wear my mask. I'm going to, make sure that I'm good. And I mean, I ended up catching COVID, for doing a party, but I took care of myself, I after, catching that, and so it was a decision that I had to make. Was I going to go back out there and continue to do those parties while this COVID was still going on? And I just was like, I got to make these people
Couldn't
dreams
help
come
it.
true, because we
Mhm.
can't let this pandemic stop us. So, and I mean, I know it's really, really, it's bad, but and I just would ask how many people were there, and I would also get hand sanitizer and set that up at the different locations, and trying to make sure that everybody was safe, and hey, wear your mask, please put your mask on. So, and I did have a lot of people who, they wore their masks, they just wore them. So I mean,
That's awesome.
we made it
Yeah.
happen. We made it
Right.
happen. Yes.
Exactly. You had to kind of, do the workaround for everything. So I'm glad that you were able to still come through. I'm so glad that you were able to overcome having COVID. Wow, how was that for you? Was it did you get were you hospitalized at all? How did that all transpire for you?
No, I wasn't hospitalized. I just, when I thought I had it, but I wasn't sure. So I just, once I woke up one morning and I just felt like I was just really sick. And so then I said, you know what, I need to probably go to the doctor. So I got tested at my job, and I waited. It came back positive, and I was like, oh my goodness. So at that moment, I had that, oh my goodness, because you had to make the people leave the house, and you had to,
Yeah.
disinfect. So I just stayed as calm as possible, and went and I got some medication, because my provider did, give me antibiotics and an inhaler. So I was great. I just took care of myself, plenty of fluids and rest. So
Awesome.
that was the one thing. So no hospitalization, which was a blessing.
Well, how
And
wonderful.
then because I was totally against the vaccine, but I once I got the COVID, I said I am going to get this vaccine, and I
Okay.
haven't had any issues from it. And so
Well, praise God.
doing
I'm so
well.
glad that that you're still here to tell of your experience because it could have been so harrowing. So we thank God that you made it, that now
Yes.
you are vaccinated.
Yes.
And everyone has choice in that, but we praise God for that. I wanted to just ask a few questions. Where did your where did your niche or your creativity come from? Is there anyone in your family that also shares this creativity? Like you had this gift for just making things, and then this drive within you to be of service. Is there anyone that you take after most in your family in that life?
No.
Nope.
No.
Wow.
So no. So when I was about 13 years old, I started doing hair,
Mhm.
nails, and things of that nature. And then I asked my mother for a sewing machine. She got me a sewing machine. So I would create outfits for the community for like Easter, Christmas.
Mhm.
Like they would bring material, and I started sewing and making things of that nature. I
Girl,
took, I had a sewing class in school. I made like a jean coat, and just that's where it started from. Like when I was about 13 years old, and I just started creating. And then I went to cosmetology school, started doing hair, and did that for probably about 10 years or so. And then I stopped doing the hair and anything, making anything. And then that's when I lived in Philadelphia. So now that I moved to Baltimore, um, I just started seeing a lot of these events and things of that nature. And I started getting, the support from people and saying, hey, I like that you did that. I love that. I would like, so that's what it started inspiring me, because I
right.
get most of my support here in Maryland, and I love being here, and the support is here. I mean, everybody is just, so, I guess accepting, because sometimes, you go to a new state, you don't know how you're going to make out, but
Right.
my support is here, and I don't get that much support back home. So I'm like, so I just, so that's where I probably got it started, like when I was like 13 years old,
You're
and in
13.
my
So
mother's living room
right. Look, so
creating.
shout out to mom, shout out to parents, dads, the whole shebang, caretakers, whoever. When your kids show an interest, that's what that's screaming to me, because
Yes,
exposure means so much to a young person. It makes the difference in the expansions of their of an imagination, whether there is imagination. So that's just wonderful that she was able to support you in that manner. And it was like, okay, you she just went and got you the resource and the tool that you asked for, actually, that you asked for, and you took it and ran with it, and all of the other things kind of birthed out of that. And it's so wonderful. As a parent, I can appreciate that. Just that supportiveness, and we have to expose our children to as much
yes,
as we can, and even
yes,
when it's like minuscule, or like we could think of it as insignificant, but just do it. What's it going to hurt? What's it going to hurt? Go ahead and get the sewing machine, get the what is it, the mannequin head, or the rollers,
yes,
whatever is needed. So wow, and it sounds like everything kind of, it just went uphill from there.
yes,
Not to speak on anything that could have been and should have and all of those things, but it just went uphill from there, because it seemed like it helped your creativity to just grow, and your appetite to be creative. So that's what it
yes,
does. God gives us those things for a purpose and a reason. And I'm so glad and happy that you're able to express yourself in such a manner, still until this very day, still unto this day.
yes.
So that's wonderful. I have a few questions. What time is it? Let me check my time, because I could get caught up. I have a few questions. So your creativity kind of, wow, it kind of just came upon you like at the age of 13. You told us the story just now. If you weren't doing what you're doing now, because you do say that you did share that you do work full time, you do have a 9 to 5. If you weren't
Yes.
doing what you're doing, like in your gifting with your niche, what would you be doing? What could you see yourself doing right now if you weren't doing what you are doing?
I would have a consignment shop.
Yeah.
I would have a consignment shop, because I consigned with my grandmother at a young age, and we went all over state by state going to different consignment shops. So I love consignment, and so that is my venture within the next couple of years, is to have a consignment shop, and also
Awesome.
have like that area where I could also have excuse me, a hall where the my customers could come and also have their events like in the back of it or something like that. So that is
Awesome.
the goal. That is the goal. I'm not going to work
Wonderful.
until I'm 62.
Right. That was
I'm
one of my other
52.
questions.
I'm 52 now. I will
Mhm.
not be working for an employer
I hear
at
you.
62.
I hear
So,
you, and I believe you too. I hear you, and I believe you. That was one of my next questions too. Where do you see yourself, like in the next 3 to 5, maybe 10 years? And that's wonderful. The oh my gosh, it's just leaving me right now. I went to a pop up, a pop up this past week, and one of them was a consignment, and I just thought that was so awesome because I had never seen like a consignment showcase come to a pop-up, or even have I've seen storefronts, but to just come and have like the pop-up and everything, it's like you take extra gentle care and nurturing of those items because they are
yes.
gently used and gently loved, as she put it, gently loved and gently used. I wish I could remember the name, but it was awesome. And
Oh,
it's just
wow.
a coincidence, yeah, that you say that today, because I was just taken aback because I hadn't seen it like so stylish. It was so stylish. You wouldn't have known that the items
Oh, wow.
had been used previously. Everything was just so well taken care of. So their standards of care, in the items that they
Right.
take in or what have you. But I just thought that it was awesome that they would have a consignment and you're gonna bring it like on the road. They had the big banner and everything. It
Oh,
was it was
wow.
just awesome. Yeah,
Oh,
I just
wow.
mm, right.
Okay.
See, I felt like you feel. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
cool. This is so cool because I've never seen it out,
Mm-hmm.
and showcased in such a manner. So
Okay.
I see that. I see that. Look, I see that. I see that for you. That's awesome.
Yes.
That is just awesome. So you said your next pop up is in September. What day is it again? I'm sorry. Could you repeat for that?
September 11th.
On September
September.
11th on 9
Yes.
11. Okay. Awesome. And did you just had one this past weekend, correct?
The last one was on the 7th, was on August the
Okay.
7th. And that's where I gave away 50 book bags and school supplies.
That's what it was. The back to school. That's awesome. Wow. Wow. And so you get to do so many wonderful things, outreaching to the community. That's what we're here
Yes.
on all about
Yes.
is
Yes.
getting the word out, and especially to those who are
In
active.
need.
Right, in need and active in the community, trying to meet
Yes.
those needs, trying to
Yes.
meet those needs. So that's wonderful. And there are a few back to school what gatherings of things of that nature that I will be announcing, not today because I don't have all of the information, but it's so many great back to school movements and things going on right now, because back to school is like for us. I know some kids have gone back to school, so in the next couple of weeks, I think by then, by September, the beginning of September to after Labor Day, everybody should be in school by then. So you guys pray for your kids. We're going to pray over our kids, over our families, the
Yes.
staff, teachers, and all of those things. Keep those prayers coming. I know that they enjoy it. Um, Let's see. How long you've already shared that you've been in business since? Can you share when you started your business?
I started about 5 years ago, 5 to 6 years ago.
Hmm.
Um, and just, just like I said, just doing
Right.
retirement celebrations and things of that nature 5 years ago. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. And you're still going and still going strong. We really do appreciate
And
that.
growing. Yes.
And growing. Yes,
And
these are
growing.
growing businesses. Another shout out to
Growing.
everybody that is joining us. Thank you so much for being with us on this evening. I'm praying that you are being inspired at this moment to keep on going. Arvonne started in her humble beginnings. Look at age 13 with that creativity and spirit of entrepreneurship kind of just growing on the inside from a sewing machine being gifted to
Yes.
her by her mom, and then other things after that. But that helped. So I pray that we're all just jumping on those wonderful, awesome gems that you're sharing with us about just sticking with it, stick to
Yes.
what it is that you love. Um, partner with those that are partnering with you. You said a lot about support. Have that energy and that positive support around you. That
Yes.
sounds like, yeah,
Yes,
that is.
definitely. You definitely have
Mhm.
to have support because, and you have to go out there. You really have to network. That's the key. I print out flyers. I put flyers on cars from anything that's happening. Somebody say, oh, it's something going on here. I'm going there. I'm putting those flyers out and
Yeah.
just trying to network with as many as people as I could possibly network with.
Awesome. Grab those gems, y'all. You got to get out there and do the work. Get out there and do the work. Something that is helpful to me and everybody else, as an entrepreneur, as someone who is in the serving or service industry, you're kind of community oriented. We got to get out there and do the work. Get out there and make your presence known. Like Avani said, print out the flyers, go where the gathering is, where the people are, and just being in the midst. Because sometimes and in many cases, it's about just being there, being present
Yeah.
at the moment. It's a lot can be said about just being present and just being available. So, what are any other great and beneficial gems you can leave with us on today, as far as having a business, or as far as like balancing it all, because you did say you do have a full-time job, so um like a 9 to 5, because this is your job as well, not to say
Yes.
anything, this is your job as well, but you have a 9 to 5 as well. What can you share with us, like what are some great tidbits you can leave us about balancing it all and what it takes?
Okay. So what it takes for me is that when I get off of work, I go home. If I have an event that's coming up or something like that, I focus on that in the evening. I'm creating whatever needs to be created. I'm also pulling people in, say, hey, I have an event this day. I need some assistance. Like I need for you guys to come and assist me, whether it's
Mhm.
from having that support system and saying, hey, I need for you to create these flyers. I need for you to go pick up this from somewhere. Just trying to incorporate some of your
Mhm.
family members. I have grandsons. I have them. I say, hey, this is a business, a family business. You need to
Right.
come out and you need to help me set up for these parties. He's 19. He's like, well, I want half of what you make.
Right.
So no, you're not getting half. But I try to incorporate my grandsons, my daughter, and basically my nieces and stuff. I'll have them come from Philadelphia, or I'll if I'm doing an event in Philadelphia because I travel to do events between Baltimore, Delaware, and Philadelphia. And
Mhm.
so I am always focusing on that. So I guess you have to balance it by pulling in people. Sometimes we need that support to help us to get where we're trying to be. And you got to believe in what you're doing to help your business grow. And it's never that you cannot make it happen, because you can. We can make it happen. And I work that 9 to 5 and I'll be tired, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to build a brand and I know where I
Yeah.
need to be. So that
Mhm.
that brand for me is everything. Because
Yeah.
if I'm not doing what I have to do at that job, they're gonna get rid of me. So I need to make sure that I'm secure at what I'm doing and getting this business off the ground and just working hard and
Absolutely.
focusing on it and getting that support.
Absolutely. Wow. And I can look, and I've many of the people that I've had on, and I know that the listeners and viewers can agree with you concerning, you're like rallying the people, like, hey, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. So you're great at delegation. That's an awesome thing to have, and leadership, because if you don't know where you're going and what you're doing, it's hard to tell anybody else what it is that they need to do. So that's a wonderful. So that's a gem for many of us out there who are pulling it together, trying to pull it together. And maybe you're trying to do it all yourself. You do not have to do it all by yourself. Prayerfully, come alongside some people who are encouragers, who are supporters, and support them as well. You can't just be leeching off people, but it
Right.
has to be, a transference. It's a transference and a give and take, which is all relationships, so get in there, get your people together. Pull in your family members, pull in those friends that are willing and want to, and able, and all of those things, because you definitely shouldn't have to do it by yourself. If you should, you got it. Do the daggone thing until you get around, those people and things like that that can help support, pray you through, whatever the case may be. That's what we need. We're here for one another. Look, you got two people right here where we're what very acquainted with supporting one another, being there for one another, and not speaking us too, because we've just newly met not too long ago, but just speaking
Yes.
and knowing the value and relationships, the value in having people around you that you can trust, that will support you, that you support,
Exactly.
so it's so very important. It's so very important. Tell us, Arvane, the social, any of the social medias, your website information, so that everyone can go and check out your styles and your creations, and if they want to contact you for help or assistance or putting a party together or anything like that.
Yes, so you can find me on Facebook at Vinay Rothwell, which is Vanee, and the last name is Rothwell, Rothwell.
Mhm.
And then on Instagram, you can find me at Arvonne Styles and Creations. And you
Awesome.
can email, and you can also email me at arvocl@yahoo.com.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you're right now, you are currently planning, you are taking new, I'm going to say new orders. It's not an order, but you're taking new party introductions and things like that right now.
Yes, I am. I'm currently, I have a big event this Saturday in Philadelphia with 200 people. So I'm
Wow.
excited about that. It's a memorial service. The young
Mhm.
lady mother passed from COVID, and she was last year, she wasn't able to do anything. So she wants it really elegant. So I'm going to go there and bless her with that event. And then something in September. So, right. And then something in December, I think. But
Yeah.
I just look at my calendar and see what I have
Right. Hmm.
available. If someone needs me, I will make it happen. I will
Awesome.
definitely make it happen.
And you sound so dedicated. I'm telling you, when I saw you at the pop up, at your pop up, I had spoken to the young ladies that were there, because you were taking care of business elsewhere, and I was speaking to one of the other young ladies, and she said, "Well, she's coming right now." And when you came over, I mean, you just beamed with just that. You were just open and welcome. You were just open and welcome, just from get go, just from hello, just like, "Hey, how you doing?" And we just kind of clicked right then and there. And that was
Customer
awesome.
service. Customer service. Customer service is, I'm big on customer service. You have
Right.
to be a people's person. You have to, customer
Hmm.
service is the key because
It is.
you have to, your delivery is everything. Because if you come off with like, hey, and just walk off, no, you have to give the customer a conversation to make them feel
Mhm.
comfortable that they want to do business with you. So customer service, I'm big on customer service. If I go in a store and I say thank you, and it happened to me yesterday. I asked the
Uh-huh.
young man, hey, can you reach this up here for me? He never said okay, anything. I
Mhm.
said, thank you so much. Thank you so much. He never said anything. I said, oh my goodness, this customer service sucks. So I don't like that. And
Yeah.
so I am a people's person. I love people. So um
I am the
that's who I
same
am.
way.
I'm a Leo,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
we love people. We are extra, very
Mhm.
extra.
I look, I feel you. I look, we're in the same boat. I truly, truly, and deeply understand. That's why I love. And from time to time, look, I worked at Royal Farms for a little while, and from time to time, I actually miss that job. I actually miss being like the leader or whatever at Royal Farms, and then dealing with the customers. It's just something about it. It's just something about even being a greeter, having that
Yes.
contact and conversation with people. It's just something about it that I love, that I love. So I definitely genuinely understand where you're coming from and what you are talking about.
Yes.
Absolutely. So you guys, look, it sounds like if and when you do business with Arvonne Styles and Creations, you are going to get top notch service. Now there are a lot out there, yes, but everybody is uniquely uniquely designed. So
Yes.
just big shout out to you for all that you do, and the determination. And you have such the
And
word
my
isn't coming
prices
to
are
me.
reasonable.
Yeah,
My prices
okay.
are reasonable. I don't I And people say you need to charge more. You never know the situation that somebody's in. So if I ask you what your budget
Absolutely.
is and you say my budget is between 300 and 500, and I feel like it need to be $1,000 event, then I pour in what I need to pour in to make it look elegant, because we can't that's what I'm here for. So,
That's beautiful. That is
yes.
beautiful. That is beautiful. And not everybody can say that. Not everybody can do it. So do what you can. You're doing exactly what you can, the most that you can. And that is just super appreciated. Just super appreciated. All of Avarne's information will be in the comment, not the comment area, the description area on Chat with Cat with Friends, right? Under her video. As soon as you click on her video, all of her information will be there. So if you'd like to connect with her or contact her concerning her services, concerning her services, you will be able to do just that. Thank you so very much for being with us on Arvonne. I appreciate you. I appreciate
Thank
the
you.
business woman in you, the excellent right way that you carry your business is just awesome to see and hear. It's not the first time, but everybody has their unique twist on it, and your personality and what you give just right here is awesome. So I appreciate that about you, Queen, and I pray that you just continue to prosper in everything that you put your hands to. I really do. I really and truly do.
Thank you for having me, and thank you guys for watching and listening. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to decrease you, and I'm going to come. I'm going to stay right here. But thank you so much for coming and for
Okay.
sharing your evening with us. Now, see, last time my little clicker wasn't working that good, so we're going to see how it's going to act this time. Have a good night. There it is. Okay, so we're good. That was an awesome interview. I want to thank you guys for hanging with us on tonight, for chiming in and for watching. Thank you, subscribers who may look at the video at any other time. It doesn't matter. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for those who have subscribed and new subscribers. I thank you in advance. Thank you for sharing the video. If you would like to get in touch with Avarne, she is on Facebook, just as she says, Avani Styles and Creations. Her information will be in the I keep saying comment, in the description box, in the description box under her video, just for you, and all of the other videos as well. Take a look, you guys. Subscribe to the channel, as I said originally and initially. If there is any information that you see that you feel that someone could use or be useful to you or someone else, please share it. Please subscribe to the channel. If any of this information is useful to you, there's business strategy information, life insurance information. Hey, there is along with the life insurance, because Paul and Paulette Lewis were on, and Paul has a Taekwondo studio, and that should be opening up soon for new participants to enroll. So definitely check that out if you're looking for activities, after school activities for your kids. Taekwondo is great. He does an excellent job. at his studio working with the kids and the children, and they also have life insurance services as well. You guys check out everything, all that is there to see. I will see you guys on tomorrow and the rest of this week, but next Monday, I will have on the show Nicole Mosby Taylor and her partner, who are they're partnering in a mental health business, and they're standing it up. And the 29th, and I'll actually be working with them starting in September, but on the 29th is the ribbon cutting ceremony. So they'll be with us on next Monday to share with us about the mental health program that they'll be standing up, and it's in East Baltimore on Harford Road. The exact address is escaping me right now, but they will be my guests on next Monday at 6 p.m. Chat with Kat and Friends. So check it out. Subscribe to the channel, touch the notification bell, because videos are uploaded every single day, with the exception of the weekends. Y'all know I'm a family girl, so with the exception of the weekends, there won't be any videos, but all throughout the week, Monday through Friday, I am your girl. I will be posting. I'll be posting up and either going live and posting, or just posting up. So I thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you so much for trusting me with this time. Head on over to Plus Size Egos Fall Lookbook right now. I will see y'all later. Have a great night. Just that. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.